Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Bill. Welcome back to my shop. And today in this video, I'm going to take and show you how you can create yourself a sign. This is a Thanksgiving sign. You can use this on your door, or if you're going to a family or friend's house for Thanksgiving, you can make this and bring it to them. If you look at it, the give thanks is one layer, and then of course all the rest of it is another layer. If it was me and if I was to do it over again, I would take this turkey and I would make this turkey another layer as well too. And I'm going to show you on here how you can do that. If you want to have another layer for your turkey, or you don't need it, but you can, however you want to, create it. But I'm going to show you how you can get these jagged edges on the side, how you're going to be able to get it to where all this stuff here looks like it's, a bunch of slot woods all put together and then, nailed up and put together. But as you can see, it's just two layers, really one layer. But then you got your write-in, which is the second layer, and if you do your turkey, that would be another layer. That would be two layers for the turkey, and then two layers down here with the write-in. So you can make this into a two-layer sign, or you can even just make it all just one. Just engrave the write-in down below, and just do the turkey the way that is too, and then paint it all up. But I'm going to take you on the internet, show you where I got the turkey from, how I was able to bring it in LightBurn, get that set up for it, and get all the slots and all those things made, and things like that. So if something you want to see, stick around. If you don't, you're gonna miss out some stuff here that you're gonna want to see. I'm gonna have this design also on my Ko-fi site. It's ko-fi.com/pros, lasers, and CNC. That is my Ko-fi site. You'll be able to buy that. It'd be fairly cheap. You can become a member. You can just buy it outright, whatever you decide. Or you can just go ahead and follow along and do the same thing I'm doing and make your own. If you want to just go ahead and support my channel, you can drop a couple dollars in there for me and buy the thing, or you can just, like I said, follow along, and it's a beginner project. Let's go ahead and jump into this and let's get started. So we're going to go on the internet real quick, and what you're looking at here, this is the turkey that I used, and how I got that turkey is I went into Gemini, Google Gemini, and all I did was I just typed in it, design me a black and white simple line drawn of a turkey I can use in LightBurn. Then it came down here and it created this one for me, and I like that. That was pretty nice, but I wanted mine to be a front view, so I just came down here and typed make it a front view, and then it redid it and it made me this. That's the one that I liked, and if you look at it like I show you, that's the one I'm going to use. And all you're going to do is you're going to right click on this, copy image, come into LightBurn, come down here and right click, hit paste, then you're going to left click, right click, and come down here and trace image. Now if you want that image to be kept along with the outline drawn, then you want to make sure you uncheck this box right here, delete image after trace. If you don't want that image, you just want the traced image, then just go ahead and hit the green check on that and do delete image after trace. If you don't check it, this is what it's going to look like. You're like, well, where's my outline? Well, if you click this and you start dragging it out, you'll see your outline now. It's hidden behind the image that you pasted on in LightBurn. So if you want to keep that for a reference, then you would use uncheck that. If you don't, then you would just go ahead and just check it, delete the image, and then you'll just have your traced image. So I'm going to right click and get rid of this one here. Delete, I don't need that. And we're going to take this one here. Before I get started on all the rest of the stuff, I'm going to go ahead and get this turkey to look like I have over here. I didn't want the legs and all, because if you're looking over here and you put this here and you make it bigger, your legs are going to get rid of where you're able to actually put your write-in. So I just got rid of the legs, and real easy to do. Come here to your node editing, ungroup everything, because you cannot node edit with things that are grouped. And we're going to come right across about here, select all those, hit the D key on your keyboard to delete them. Now you don't want it to look like this either. You want it to be a little longer, rounder, or what have you. So we're just going to just manipulate that down to try to get them to be even, like with what you have over there. Let's take these little slide bars. Take this little slide bar, move this down a little bit more. You just keep manipulating, playing with it till you get the symmetry of what you're looking for. And that looks pretty good right there. That looks pretty close to about the same as all that, and I think that'll work. let's go ahead and hit the selector tool. Now there's your turkey. It's ready to go. Now we're going to take this turkey, put it off to the side for right now, because we're going to start creating these slots and these slotted woods and all those other slots going behind it, the ones going left to right. We're going to create that now, and that's real easy to do. So you got your ellipse right here. We're going to click and hold that and go to rectangle, and we're going to come across to about there. But what I want to do is I'm using 300 by 300 millimeter plywood. So let's go ahead and draw another square rectangle, and let's make that a T2 or T1 toolpath, whatever one you want. But let's go ahead and make sure that that is 300 by 300, because that's the size that I have. Okay? Now we know everything I do needs to fit inside this T2 toolpath. So we're going to select that one, bring it up, and as you see right now, we're too big. So let's go ahead and just bring that in to where we're just inside the borderline here. And I think that'll work right there. Now I want mine to be the height of it. Over here I think it was like 2.4. So I'm going to change mine to like 2.5 inches high. If you want just 3 slots going across, then you want to make them bigger. If you wanted 5 slots, you have to make them smaller. But to do the 4, I think I did 2.4 something. I'm going to do mine, this one here showing you is going to be 2.5. So the height is going to be 2.5 inches. Okay? And I'm just kind of curious to see if I was right with that. Yeah, it's just a little bit bigger, so yeah, that's what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and undo. Get that back into where we had it. And let's move that up just a little bit. Get that closer to the top so I can use as much of this 300 millimeter plywood as what I can. That looks good right there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit Control D. 1, 2. I don't know, somehow it got off it, so let me come down here. And let me see if it did do a second one. And it did, so let's go ahead and drop that one down. And let's go, I know it didn't do another one. So we're going to hit Control D, duplicate it, and bring that one down. Now, let's get this bottom one up just a little bit above that blue tool line. Try to utilize as much of this as what we can. That looks good. Now I want to get the same space in between all these. Now I use the arrow key up and down, so I know that these are straight left and right, but I want to get the same width between them. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this bottom one, select the top one, then get the 2 middle, and come over here and do this one right here. This button right here. And it says distribute selected objects vertically with even space in between them. If you click that, you're going to see it's going to have that in there. And it's got the even spacing going between it. Now, we want to put our slots going down as well too. So let's go ahead and get another one. Bring it down. We're going to change that to a red tool path, or cut path. And I think I'm going to want to have that a 1/2 millimeter or 1/2 inch wide. So let's change that to 0.5. Let's put this one right here on this line, snap it on it. We're above and we're below that, so I want to bring this one down now and snap it on the top line. And the bottom one overhanging is not going to matter. We're going to take care of that in a minute. Now I have my movement increments. If I go to my gears, the units and grid, I have my arrow key set to go to millimeters and back to units and grid. 20 millimeters increments every time I hit the arrow key. So I want to come over, if I hit the right arrow key, 1, that's 20, I'll go over 40. I think I like 40. Now we're going to hit Control D, duplicate it once, twice. Now let's take that top duplicate that we did and move that over to here. And let's get that right on the line. Alright, that's snapped in, and we are not on that, so let's go up, snap it in on that. So we should be good to go now. Now if I hit my left arrow key, 1, 2, that's going to put me 40 millimeters off of this line. Now I still have one more duplicate over here. We're going to select that one, and we're just going to come over just a little bit. Now we know that's not centered right, so we're going to select this one, then select this, and now this one here is going to distribute selected objects horizontally with even spaces between them. It's going to calculate this and this, and it's going to put this one, and it's going to space it evenly between them. And you can see it just shifted it over, and it has that spaced evenly. Now, like I said, we have our lines down here overlined. That's not a big deal. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit our node editing. Select these. Node edit again. What you have to do is you have to, let's go ahead and hold off on that. What you would have to do is you would have to make all these, if you right click it, you would have to go to your selector tool, right click, you would have to come down here and you have to convert the path, because these are all, they're shapes, not an image. So what you're going to do is you could just create that into a path and then do it that, or you can go this way and do it this way. Select this one, select this one, come down here and group that, weld that together. Now select this one, weld that, hold control, select that one, weld that. Now all these are one object, so we're just going to select this one, and we're going to weld. It's going to take care of all those. Come down here, select this one, it's going to weld all those, and the last one to do is down here, and we're going to weld those. Now that changed that all into, they're all paths now. You got tool paths, you got nodes for all these now. So let's get rid of these right here. Let's go to your node editing, ungroup everything because it grouped it all, and let's get rid of all these nodes down here. D key on your keyboard to delete them. Now that's gone. Now let's go ahead and work our slots going. We got the ones going right to left and up and down. I think our slots, we could make these, no, I don't want to make them smaller. I think half an inch is good for those slots. I think that's going to look good. The 2.5 inch slots going across are going to look good. I think that looks good. So we're going to leave it just as that. Now we got to take this turkey. Let's work on a turkey. Bring the turkey up here. But before we do that turkey, you want to decide right now if you want to make this a cutout turkey where it's a second layer, or if you want to just make this just a part of that one layer. If you want to make this a second layer, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, well, let's select all this, put that on the black layer because that is our fill layer. Let's hit Shift Alt W, change it to wireframe, and now let's click on this outer level, and we're going to duplicate that outer one, and I'm going to make that, hit Control D, duplicate it, and I'm going to bring that over to here because we're going to make that. If you're making this another layer, you want to have a score line going around here so you know where to put that turkey, where to glue it at so it looks even. Now you're going to want to take this outer layer again, hit Control D, duplicate it, and you want to turn that duplicate layer into a cut layer, which is my red layer. So now as you see, if you hit Shift Alt W, you're going to see that you have your engrave, but you also have a red. If you can barely see it in there, you also have a red layer. If you unshow red, you're going to see you have the cutout of your whole entire turkey. That's going to cut that out. And then if you show the black, you're going to see it's going to engrave it, it's going to cut it out, and you're going to be able to have that what you want. Now, we don't want this to be a black layer. We want that to be, I'm going to put that on a green layer because I don't need it to be very deep. I don't want it to be filled. I just want it to outline around this. So we're going to take that and place that into the middle here. How are we going to get it in the middle? Let's get it to the up and down that you want. And we'll come up just a little bit, just about even with that cutout. That looks good there. Select this red, and this button right here is going to align it left and right. Now you see that is aligned into what you want. Now if this is not the size of what you wanted, because you know well, it's too small now, what you can easily do is you can just delete this one here, select all of this, bring it in here, hold control, and hit the arrow key to make this as big as what you want, keeping it below that cut line. And let's go ahead and make this just a little bit wider. You don't want to go too wide, it'll look distorted, so you want to have it look somewhat, yeah, probably right there looks pretty good, so we can probably go right about there. And let me go ahead and group that for right this minute. Let's select this outer red cut line, the whole outside box, and we're going to center that left and right. We're going to move it vertically to have it centered perfectly in there, left and right, which you saw it just shift a little bit now that it is. So it is perfect. Let's go ahead and unshow the black, and we're going to do that same thing again. We want to take this layer, the cut layer, Control D, duplicate that, and now we're going to put that on a green layer. Go back, and I don't know why I did all that green as well too. Let me show the black. Let me output the black. Undo that. Let me show these here. Yeah, see, that's right. But I don't want it to also do the turkey itself. So let me go ahead and delete that. Let's do this one more time. Control D, duplicate it, put that on the green, and it's still bringing that turkey in there for some reason. And I don't know why. But that's okay. We're going to unshow the red, and we're going to select everything here. Is that group? No, that is not group. So let's go ahead and let's just start getting rid of these. It is group, so let me ungroup it. Let's get rid of all these. That's probably why I did it, I'll bet you, because I had it grouped. But we're just going to go ahead and get rid of all these right here so you don't even have to worry about it. Alright, so that's going to be our scorch line. That's going to be our engraved line, the black. And then the red is going to be our cut line. So it's going to cut that out. And unshow the red. And there's our green. That's going to be our scorch, so we know where to put it at. Alright, so that's the size we want. But I think we're too far down here. We're definitely going to be too far down here because I want to put my give here and then thanks down below. So let's select all this. Let's just move it up just a little bit, make it a little bit skinnier, and that'll be fine right there. Let's unshow the black, unshow the red. Yep, it moved everything with it so that we're good to go. Okay, so there's our turkey. We're a little off the top there, which is good. I like we're good going across there. Now we go ahead and do Shift Alt W so we can continue editing here. And let's get rid of this one and this one because you're not even going to see those two. So delete those. Now, let's unshow the green, the scorch line, unshow the black, and let's just do the two red ones. Let's go ahead and select this red, holding control, select this one, and come over here to Boolean Assistance. You can either click this or you can hit Control B. And you're going to go across here to find out which one we want to have. And it ain't showing any of them. That's kind of... Let me show both of those. Now let's do Control B this time for Control Boolean. That's the one we want right there. We don't want that one. We don't want it to be that. We don't want it inside. We don't want all of it cut out. We just want to have this outside cut out. Let's go ahead and hit OK. That needs to be red. And it's a little bit off from that. That'll be okay though. Now we're going to select this one. And then this outer red one. And hit Control B again. Or this one here, whatever one you want to do. And let's go through this and find out which one we want this to be. Nope. 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 Still not showing it. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit cancel. Select it one more time. That, and I'm going to undo this and get it back to where the turkey was. This is why I love the undo button. It's awesome. Let's get the turkey to right there. Okay. Select these two, hit control, select those two to deselect them. Now let's go ahead and move that up a little bit. Let's start right here with this. I'm going to move that in just a little bit to make it a little bit more proportionate, I think. Right about there, I think. Now that's got to get grouped. All that needs to be grouped. Select this, and let's center that back in the middle. Now, Shift-Alt-W, we have all that. We're good there. Do we have our... No, we don't have the scorch yet, so let's go ahead and let's get our scorch line. Let's unshow the black. Ungroup everything. Let's ungroup everything this time. And let's go ahead and select the red. Uncheck the black. Make sure, yeah, I am selected the red. Hit Control D, duplicate. Put that on the green layer for our score line. And let's uncheck the green. So just keeping the red. Now we have everything what we need to have. We have our black, which is going to be right there. That's all the engrave. We have our red. And then we have our green. So let's go ahead and uncheck those. Just get the red. Hit the red. Hit Control D, duplicate that. And let's select this one here. And we have already the one red duplicate already there. Now let's hit Control B for Boolean. That's the one we want right there. So let's go ahead and click that and hit OK. Now we have to, since we use that outline of the red, we have to duplicate another layer, because that is now here. It actually got rid of that. So we want to click that, hit Control D, duplicate it, select this one here, and we're going to hit Control B, Boolean, and that's the one we want there. Subtract B from A. Hit OK. Now, we have one cutout left. We have a green also for our score line, and then we also have our black. So if we unshow the red and the green, you see you got your black. Now if you show your red, you got your red right over top of that, underneath or over to however you want to look at it. So it's actually going to be under it because it's on the bottom. If you was to put this up here, then that red now would be the top layer. So let's put that back down to here, and that'll put it underneath. So now that's where we needed to be at before we started messing with everything and getting all that stuff going. Now, we don't need this one here like I showed you before. We don't need this one here. Let's go ahead and delete those. When you're dealing with this, you see I don't edit my videos, so everything is continually flow. So I lose a lot of people out there because you guys get tired of watching, undo stuff. But this is real. This is how people really do it. They do mess up. You are going to forget how to do things, and you're going to have to try to figure out on the fly how to do those things. So you stuck around, you're watching because you know what it is to do this. Alright, so we're back here. Now we have all our layers that we need to have. We're going to uncheck the green, and we're going to uncheck the red. No, just uncheck the green, and that's it. Let's go ahead and select all of this. Let's move that over to here, because you have your cutout and you have your black. Hit Shift-Alt-W. You see you got your engrave, and you also have your red cutout. Now if you show your green is right there. Now you know you're ready to go. Now you can do the same thing with this if you want to get rid of this, so you don't have that. You can go ahead and you can click You got to make another copy of this green. Then you're going to hit Control, select the outer red, and Control B for Boolean. And let's get rid of the one that we don't want, which is that right there, Union A and B. So now it's going to get rid of that inside part that it had. Now you still have your one layer going around. As you can see, you have Vegas lights going. If you hit Control D duplicate, you don't see the Vegas lights unless you go in real tight. You'll be able to start seeing that. So when you click on it, if you don't see any Vegas lights, you know you got a copy there. So right click and delete that copy. Now you see, you click on it, you got the Vegas lights, you know there's not a duplicate copy there. You click on this, Vegas lights. Click on that, that's got Vegas lights. Click on it, and you also have them on all of them. The other thing you also could do too is select them all, edit, delete duplicates, and it's going to tell you that you have duplicates found. Would you like to delete them? I don't want to delete these now because I know one of those duplicates is going to be in here. It's going to be the red and the black, so we don't want to delete that. But if you just selected these and did that edit, delete duplicates, no duplicates found, so you know that that's good to go. But if you did select this one, edit, delete duplicates, and hit yes, you're going to see now you don't have, if you unshow the black, your red layer's gone. So you just deleted your duplicate that you need to have there. So let's go ahead and undo. Undo, let's get our red. You saw it just kind of fade in the background there. We know we have it now. So this is all grouped. Now you're going to select this one, and then you're going to bullseye that in the middle, and you're going to have one layer right here, and then we're about to make another layer for the bottom part here. So let's go ahead and select this turkey and pull him back off here, and let's go ahead and work on the writing down below. And however you want to have it, I'm going to put down give thanks. I'm going to keep it just how I had it, but I don't want to hit enter because now it's going to put it, and it's going to keep these two together as one. I don't want them to be one. I want them to be separate. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click again, and I'm going to put thanks. And then what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to be able to move each individual one on their own. So you see I move this one, the bottom one stays. If I would have hit enter, then both of these would have moved together, and I did not want that. All right, let's go ahead and draw a box. And we'll leave it on a green layer. That'll be fine. It's not going to, it doesn't matter right now. In this point, all we're doing is using this box as a guide for the give so we know where it's going to be. Click the give. Come in here and select the box, the green box, and now hit center. That's going to center your give in there. Come down here and pull this down to the bottom. Snap that in the corner. You see it just move a little bit, so snap it back down there. Okay. Click off it, select the thanks, then select your box. First one you select moves, the second one stays stationary. Put that selected into the middle, now you have it. Now don't forget to get rid of that box now, you don't need that box. So let's delete that out of there. Now what you're going to want to do also is take this and this, Control D, duplicate it, bring it down. That's going to be your cutout. So what's my cutout is the red. That's going to change that to the red. Now select this and just bring that up a little bit. When you're doing your cutting part, you won't have to worry about it. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to take this. This is what I would do if it's me. Hit this offset, and we're going to offset inward just a little bit. So 0.0. Let's go 0.1. Let me see how that looks. You see how it just offset it inward a little bit, and we're going to hit delete the original object, yes, and hit OK. Now that just made that a little bit smaller than what this is down here. So if I click on this and I go to glue it, then I know I won't see that writing behind it. Okay? You won't see this writing when you go to glue it all together. That scorch that you're going to put down there, you won't see it. Click that one. Just double left click this, and it's automatically going to put up what you had. Hit OK, and you got it. Now that's a little bit smaller than what your writing is down here. When you glue it, you won't see any of those scorch lines going around it. All right. 2 more things to do, and then we are finished. You need to be able to put your holes for your ropes. If you measure your ropes, mine is 7 millimeters. That's how thick mine is. So I'm going to come up here and click the box, and I'm going to put it into the ellipse circle. I'm going to put it right about here, holding shift, and make that into a perfect round circle. Now, I said mine was 7 millimeters. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger so it's easier to put it in there. And by the time I knot, it won't come through. I'm going to make that 8. Change that to 8 millimeters. Check your lock so it changes both of them to the same. Now you have 2 8s. Now we're going to select that, hit Control D, duplicate that, right arrow key that over to right about there. Hold Control, select this one, and make sure that they are straight. No, they are, because yeah, we didn't even mess with that, so we're good. Group this, and then let's select this outer red line, and I'm going to use this button here to see if these move at all. As long as I'm centered right, we'll be good. That's going to center it evenly vertically. And you saw it just move a little bit. I'm going to come in here and undo and redo. That's where we want to have it. So now we know that is equal to the same off here as what it is over here. All right, last thing to do, if you want these checkers, these lines coming in like I have here, click it, and now you're going to come to your node editing. And on this line, all you're going to do is hit M twice, 1, 2, and come down here and hit underneath it, hit M again. Now this one you're going to hit M twice, and then come down and hit M one more time. Twice, underneath it, once. Twice, underneath it, once. Now we're going to go up, so we'll go twice, above it once. Same thing. Same thing, or you can just put one if you want. However it is you want to have them. You don't have to have them exactly all the same. You can have them whatever you want. We'll leave that one as 1. And we're going to hit OK, the selector tool. Now, to get these to all go in, the selector, node editing, all you're going to do is just going to come in here, click, and just bring it in. Don't be too crazy because you got your circle that you're cutting out, so you might want to bring that one down and then come up here and bring this one maybe up so it looks a little kind of different maybe, and then maybe just in a little bit. And then this one here, you can do the middle one, or you can come up here and do the top one and then the bottom one, so you have 2 on that one. Whatever it is, whatever looks good to you. You could have one go way in. I wouldn't, but you could. You could have one shallow, one a little bit deeper. You got your H there, so you don't want to go crazy because you got to glue over that yet. And now this one, you can come in a little bit more. And it just makes it look a little rustic. I think, yeah, that's the word I was looking for before, rustic. All right, let's do that one there, and let's do this one down here, or up here. Let's do that, and that's all of them. So that's it. You can go back in and change them if you don't like the way that looks. You can go back in and change them all again. You can even make this one in a little bit if you wanted to. You're like, I wish that wasn't quite so straight. It looks too perfect. You can do that. You can have it like that. Whatever you want. And I think that is going to be the end of it. So now, when you're looking at it, you have your turkey that's engraved and cut out. You got your green scorch line here. That's going to let you know where to glue this at. And you could even make this green line, offset it inwards, that 0.1, delete the original. This way you won't see that scorch line either. Well, but you got your scorch line here, you got your scorch line down here, you got that one there. So they're all scorched. You have all your cutouts going. It's going to cut this out. It's going to cut all these out. And then, of course, all this is all going to be wood, of course. And you got your holes for your ropes. You can move if you need to move them in or you want to do something different, you can. But I think that's pretty much it. There it is again. like I said, yeah, I'm gonna have this on my Ko-fi site, ko-fi.com/pros, lasers, and CNC. It'll be for purchase on there. If you don't want to go through all the trouble of this, or if you just want to help me out and throw me a tip, support my channel, it would be awesome. I have one out there. I appreciate you, Ron. That's incredible. I have gold, silver, and bronze, and Ron he's a gold member, so that is awesome. Never, it's pretty cool. It's real cool. But I'm gonna scroll all my supporters. I'm gonna scroll you guys at the end of my video. I'm just gonna start playing them down. It'll be memberships, and it's just gonna scroll all your names down. So come on that site, look at it. I got a few projects on there you can get. You don't even have to become a member. You can just give me a tip if you want to give a tip, or if you want to become a member, that's the ultimate. Gold, you get 100% off all my files that I'm going to have for you. So it's awesome. But I think that's going to be it. Remember, it's ko-fi.com/PROS LASER and CNC. That's going to be it. You can go on there and check it out. I appreciate you guys. You stuck around this long. Thank you much. Check out that site. Give me my thumbs up. Subscribe. Please subscribe. I need you. Click it. And share this video with other folks. Get this thing out there. But that was a pretty fun little video. Make it. Bring it to someone's house, your family, relative, friend's house, whatever it is. Hang it on your own door, whatever. But that's it. Simple, basic, good project. I appreciate you guys. Till the next video, we're at 37 minutes. But that's it. I appreciate you guys. Till next one, thank you guys. I'm Bill, and stay safe.